Hello. So today I will talk about how to complete the Cambridge IGCSE past paper. So this past paper here is from October and November of 2025. It is an hour and 30 minutes and it is paper 2, which is geographical skills. Now, you will have a map provided with you and we have certain things to look at on this map before we begin. So on the left over here is the key. There are many different options, many icons on this side. You might not need to use all of them as there are many, but you need to be aware of some basic ones. And over here we have the main map itself. And very importantly, we also have the grid lines or grid coordinates. These are very important. There will be lots of questions usually about finding items, locations on the map at different coordinate positions. You might also have to give coordinate positions. And at the bottom we have the grid north. This should usually be pointing upwards, but it's worth looking at. It might not always be pointing upwards. And we have the scale 1 to 50,000, which is 2 centimeters to 1 kilometer. So you might need to use that for measuring distances, or you could use the scale bar below here, or even you could just use the grid squares over here. They are the same size. So we will begin. Okay, so number 1, study the map extract for Blessington Island. The scale is 1 to 50,000. So figure 1 shows some of the features in the northeast of the map extract. So we have a very basic looking map here, and this is how it looks on the real map. So looking at the question, using the map extract, identify the following features shown in figure 1.1. The type of road at A is A over here in the top left corner. So starts between 18, 19 on the y-axis, and on the x-axis we have 1 to 2. It starts over here and it goes upwards across. Okay, so we can see that. So now we look at it and we can see it's green and white. So green and white, green and white. We look over here, which one is green and white? So it's the first one, the National Secondary Road. So we need to write that in. Now there are many types of roads, and we are looking at the key, so we know the exact answer. So we have to give the exact answer, which is the National Secondary Road. The next question, figure B. Figure B, it's in the middle. It doesn't look as straight as a road. If you look at it here, it's this blue line. And blue lines usually always are rivers. And this one also looks like a river. And it is the river. It's the British River. We can't see the name here. So the land use at C, top right over here. Well, we can see it's like crossed with green and there's some little trees in there. So that's a good indication it's going to be some kind of forest or plantation, something with trees. And then if we look at our key over here, we have coniferous plantation. Perfect. That's what we need. It's over here. Now, height above sea level of the spot height at D. D over here. So we need to give the height. This one's nice and easy. We don't have to look at the contour lines. It's just the top here. So 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Figure E. E, so in the bottom middle section between 2 and 3 over here. Over here, it's in red. Does say holy well. Holy well. So we have two options for this one. We can just write holy well. That's what it says. Or we can look at the key over here, and it's actually named antiquities. So we can give either one to answer the question there. Right, and now we have to identify 3 services in Blessington. There are many different options we can pick. So if we look at the town, there are lots to pick from. We have a post office, we have a school, we have a fire station, we have a college. So there's lots we can pick from. We just have to pick 3 for the question, and then we've answered the first section of the paper. I will release a following video to tackle more questions in this paper.